We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. Johnson now on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Duke breaks through, and he might break away. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Come on, set. Ready.
Back to the well again. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 29. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Denver. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Samuel now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. McKinnon now from the gun. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They go to McKinnon again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, Watson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's grabbed at the 10. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And he'll get it up to the 27. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Ready? Set, go.
From the 31. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win.
On the jump.
2nd and 3 now.
Go. Ready.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Strike.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Let's go now.
Dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Broncos will have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Get it. Ready.
On first down, they'll run. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Cameron Curl has it. And the Packers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. He'll look to throw it. He's on the... And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Now to throw. That pass is caught by Bell. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Desperation time here on 4th. Had to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted! And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game! Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Go.
Back-to-back carries here. He finds some space again. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. Touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Come on.
Another carry for him. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. Over them, really keeps taking this off. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Ready?
All right, one more snap to play here.
Ready?
They'll run here on first down. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. And a huge return sets up the offense on the opposite side of the field.
Okay, this is one of those situations where I got my eyes on the offensive coordinator because I know coming out of halftime he had his plan. And his plan probably changed with that great field position he has now. And can they take a shot? Will they take a shot? I'd sure love to see it.
The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos take a 6-0 lead in quarter number 2. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders set to take over. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0.
Let's go now. All right, go.
First down throw. Here's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Trying again, following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Come on, set.
Shotgun now for Love. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The juke gets him some running room. And the Broncos return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Ready, ready.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's go.
They send a tight end in motion. Finds his man, Waddle.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Set, ready.
Love on 3rd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Takes the handoff, now Love. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Putting a receiver in motion.
Ready?
After the sack, another pass on second down. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And the Broncos corral it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
Here we go. Start. Ready, ready.
Here's the handoff. Broke through the tackle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go now. Go.
Right up the gut. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Jukes one defender. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They give it to him again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. 3rd down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here, just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The give here on 2nd. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts at the 3. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Escapes a defender. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
He'll look to throw. That's Hill working the sideline, complete. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Alert, alert, go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Call it a 7-yard pickup, and they're just a yard away now on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, start. Let go.
Going ground game again here. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. That's up and through for the point after. And the Broncos make it a 24-point ball game. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Down. Hut, hut.
Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play.
Got it.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Ready, ready. Set, hut.
Love out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Let's go now. Set, hut.
From the 45 on 2nd down. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game